Throughout history, humanity has pushed the limits of what we can build. From pyramids in the desert to cities carved into cliffs, our ambition has always been to overcome nature's obstacles. We've built roads through jungles, bridges over rivers, and now, airports in the most unlikely places. Today, our tools and knowledge let us build higher, deeper, and farther than ever before. Airports are the ultimate symbol of this ambition, gateways that connect distant corners of the world in hours. But building an airport isn't easy, especially when the land is anything but ideal. What happens when the only available space is a tiny island, a frozen wasteland, or a mountain peak? That's where human ingenuity shines brightest. We've learned to construct airports in the most inhospitable places, transforming the impossible into reality. These feats remind us, with determination and creativity, we can connect almost anywhere. Some airports are built where land is scarce, like Kansai International in Japan, an artificial island in Osaka Bay, created from millions of tons of rock and earth. Others, like Princess Juliana Airport in St. Martin, are squeezed between sea and hills, demanding precision from pilots, as jets skim just above sunbathers. In Antarctica, runways are carved directly onto ice, existing only during the coldest months before melting away. Each of these airports adapts to its environment, whether by creating new land, navigating tight spaces, or working with the cycles of nature. Engineers study their surroundings and design solutions that fit, rather than fight, the landscape. They don't flatten hills or drain seas, they adapt, showing respect for nature's power. These projects are marvels of adaptation, blending human ingenuity with the world's most challenging environments. The result, airports that work in harmony with their unique settings. It's a testament to our ability to innovate, not just impose. By working with nature, we expand the boundaries of what's possible. These airports prove that clever design can turn obstacles into opportunities. Building airports in extreme locations is a test of engineering skill and creativity. For Kansai, engineers studied the seabed and built an island that could withstand earthquakes and typhoons, using hydraulic jacks to keep it level as it slowly sinks. In Antarctica, runways are made by compacting snow until it's as hard as concrete, using lasers to ensure perfect flatness. At Princess Juliana, pilots train for steep, precise approaches due to the short runway and surrounding hills. Every detail, from materials to flight paths, is tailored to the environment. Success depends on understanding geology, weather, and the movement of land, ice, and wind. These projects aren't about forcing nature to bend, they're about working with it, adapting every step of the way. The result is a partnership. Engineers learn nature's rules and use them to create safe, functional airports. This approach lets us build in places once thought impossible. Extreme airports are proof that adaptation and respect for the environment lead to extraordinary achievements. They show that the best engineering listens to the land. In doing so, we reach the world's most remote and beautiful places. In China's mountainous west, engineers take a different approach. They reshape the land itself. Instead of adapting to the terrain, they level entire mountaintops, using explosives to blast peaks and fill valleys. This cut-and-fill method creates vast flat plateaus, where only rugged slopes existed before. It's a bold, resource-intensive strategy, made possible by advanced technology and national ambition. Unlike adaptive projects elsewhere, this is about commanding the landscape, not fitting in. The goal: create ideal conditions for airports where none existed, connecting even the most remote regions. It's a dramatic shift, landscape manufacturing on a massive scale. These projects push the boundaries of what's possible in construction. They mark a new era, where no terrain is too challenging to conquer. China's mountain leveling projects are part of a strategy to connect and develop its remote western regions. For centuries, mountains isolated communities, limiting access to opportunity and prosperity. Airports became the solution, leapfrogging impassable terrain and linking remote cities to the rest of the country in hours. This connectivity brings better healthcare, education, and economic growth to millions. The government invests billions, seeing airports as engines of unity and progress. By transforming the landscape, they open new markets, attract tourism, and encourage investment. The scale is staggering, a web of airports across some of the world's toughest terrain. This isn't just engineering, it's a political and economic vision for a connected, prosperous nation. Moving mountains is about more than runways, it's about breaking the chains of isolation. Building mountain airports is an epic feat of engineering. At Hechi Jinchengjiang Airport, 65 peaks were blasted and valleys filled to create a single runway. Massive teams and machines worked non-stop, lowering the highest peak by over 200 feet. At Chengdu Tenfu International, vast hills were leveled, moving enough earth to fill stadiums hundreds of times. GPS-guided bulldozers and advanced sensors ensured precision at every step. Geologists planned each blast, and giant rollers compacted the new ground until it was as solid as ancient land. These projects happen in remote, harsh conditions, demanding resilience from workers and machines alike. Instead of building up, they build down, sculpting the earth to human needs. The result: flat, functional airports where only mountains once stood. It's a modern marvel, rivaling the greatest construction feats in history. For mountain communities, airports are transformative. A journey to the hospital that once took days now takes an hour by air. Students can travel home easily, strengthening families and expanding opportunities. Farmers and artisans reach new markets, lifting communities out of poverty. Tourism flourishes, creating jobs and sustainable local economies. Airports symbolize inclusion, pride, and hope for the future. Young people see reasons to stay and build lives at home. Rapid change brings challenges, but the benefits are profound. Airports break centuries of isolation, connecting people to opportunity. By moving mountains, engineers move lives toward a brighter future. These extraordinary airports reveal humanity's relentless drive to connect. Geography once dictated destiny, but engineering now breaks those barriers. As we reshape the world, we must balance ambition with responsibility to the environment. Future engineers will face the challenge of building sustainably, respecting the planet's limits. Tomorrow's airports may rise atop skyscrapers, float on the sea, or even move where needed. Technology will unlock possibilities we can barely imagine today. But at the heart of every project is the desire to bring people closer together. Each runway and terminal is a step toward a more connected world. From ice runways to flattened peaks, we're weaving a global network that unites us all. These airports are monuments to shared ambition and determination. They prove that, together, there's no mountain high enough to keep us apart.